So we've got two talkers today. Melissa Guy from Trend, Cyber Conflict, the Game Change, I believe is the title, and Sal from 86400, talking about email security, a comprehensive approach. So I'll hand over to, I think, looks like Sal's going first.
Thanks, Derbs. Thanks, Adam. Also on the side of the room, you've got these posters from Eli, our recruiter. If any of you guys are interested in a role with CMD, feel free to just scan that or take down Eli's details, and he'll be in touch for a informal chat to start with.
Thank you. Hi all. Firstly, I'd like to thank CMD for giving an opportunity for us to present, representing women in tech. I think it's a great idea. We're trying to start it. Let's see what happens, right? So what I'm going to talk about today is email security. It sounds like it is a problem everyone has, and if there is a solution, everyone knows. As a security professional, I am in information security, by the way. As a security professional, if somebody asks you, is your organization secure? You answer with, I'm trying my best. Can you guarantee security? Yes, you're trying your best, but we can't guarantee. So let's see what I have today. Firstly, who am I? My name is Saleshni Sharma. I worked at 86400. It's a neobank, a digital bank. We have our savings and transaction accounts available for customers and home loans product. The speech I'm going to give you, or the talk I'm going to give you today, does not represent anything 86400 has suffered. And any talk is not relevant to 86400. This is based on the number of years of experience I have across different industries and what I have learned and what I am doing. So please do not take any message from here thinking that this is 86400's information. Some facts. So 91% of cyber attacks starts with an email. That's fine. It needs to come through somehow. How difficult it is for an attacker to sit outside, break into your Wi-Fi and actually get into your network. Much easier, send an email. Phishing accounts for 90% of data compromises, so it does happen, and approximately 1.5 million new phishing sites are created each month. So new sites get created, what it means is kind of stereotype, because someone doesn't know about it, it's brand new, somebody needs to report it, then only it is discovered as malicious at times. 98% of malicious emails contained no malware. So this is interesting. Why is it on the slide? The fact is credential fishing, or something saying that, hi, this is your CEO, could you just buy so many gift cards and just send it to this account? Now, how will a system actually detect that this is malicious? Yes, sender is someone else, but it's sometimes people don't look at it. All they see is the display name instead of the email address. And it comes as if it is from your CEO. It's written in the tone as if it feels like it's your CEO. Because technology is now smart. People observe how people write email, and they actually script emails in a similar way. And phishing attempts has increased by 65% last year. So what is happening out there? Credential phishing, as I mentioned. People are out there for your credentials. They just want username and password. It's so easy to get some username and password. Even if you have multi-factor authentication, it's not foolproof. And I'll explain what I mean by that. Business email compromise, or BEC, very common. Somebody is trying to say that this is your CEO, but it's not your CEO, trying to get something out of you. Zero-day threats. These are maybe malicious payloads. Attachment comes in your email. Your antivirus systems are unable to detect and pick it only because it's not known signature and you are running a signature-based attack. I think I was just chatting with a gentleman there, and he said that an invoice came into user's email and people didn't complain. They just saw it, looks malicious, fine, I'll just delete it. But you recognized it. You're smart enough to know that this is malicious. The fact remains, does everyone know? Somebody might be just sitting there, let me just click. What happens? Real life example here. So we sent phishing emails. We do a lot of simulations. And in one of the organizations I have worked for, we sent phishing email, and this person was nice enough. As soon as he got it, he recognized it was phishing email. Instantly, he forwarded that email to all the on it, knowing that this is phishing, the curious mind wanted to know what actually does happen. So we have people like that. And third-party email compromise. This is an interesting one. This is really a trusted email from someone who has got your email address. It is in your address book, and your vendor's email or your third party's email is compromised. Now you trust this sender because you have dealt with it. You see the email address, looks okay. Attached invoice. Yes, maybe I haven't paid. You just double click. So this again happened during my work life, and someone got this email, looked at it. Why does it say proposal? Now it looks malicious, looks suspicious, flags it to me, very good. So I look at it and go like, this is very interesting, but why is it coming to you? So we said, maybe just contact these people. We contacted the people saying that, hang on, like looks like the CFO's email is compromised and we are getting this attachment. They end up saying, yes, this is what happened. And we are finding out what is happening and like we'll give you a report. But why are we reaching out to our third party and telling them your email is compromised and our users are receiving it? As security people, if we find out something like this has happened, how hard it is for us to actually go into logs and see who all received it and actually contact them in some other way saying that we are really sorry, please fix this, tell your IT to do something about it, to actually stop from your, parties, whomever you deal with, your vendors, to actually suffer similar breach. We also had a recruitment company whose email got compromised and we received a malicious payload with that email. The idea there was that we didn't know whom to really contact because that was our contact. Last thing you want to do is just reply to the same address saying, hang on, we think your email is compromised. So we followed up on LinkedIn saying that looks like your email is compromised. What are you doing about it? So we do encounter that, but third-party email compromise is becoming a real issue. Now, what we are doing about it? I think research says 99.9% of email compromise can be actually fixed with multi-factor authentication. Now, few scenarios of multi-factor authentication, what went wrong and why it's not a foolproof solution. So there was one person who was actually trying to log into his email, very nice, very diligent, with multi-factor authentication. Didn't work, just closed the computer, ran to the meeting. And coincidentally, someone actually tried to log in at the same time and he got the prompt of multi-factor authentication, pushed to verify. Looked at it, just clicked on verify. That is really an unfortunate circumstance, but it did happen. And there is another ninja video I have seen about two-factor authentication where attackers try to pretend to be Google and they send an email because they know that it's Gmail address which is compromised. They will send an SMS saying that you will get a code soon from us. Just reply the code to validate that you are the right person. And the person only replies to the same number. They get the multi-factor authentication. Yes, it is 30 seconds. You need to be quick and things like that. There are things that you need to think about, but yes, it cannot be foolproof. We know that, but it's a very good solution to have. Implement layered defense. This is something I'm going to touch next. Monitor logs. So sometimes it is good to know what is happening by just looking at the logs. Seems like a crazy idea to look at the logs, but sometimes, and this is what we encountered as well, is our shared mailbox was getting a lot of attachments. And we're thinking, what is happening? We don't want attachments here. And we found out that because these shared mailboxes are advertised on websites saying that if you have got any feedback, please send it to this address. So you get attachments in that. People just try to send something there. But what we did was we just went like, okay, any attachment of this size, just block it. If you don't want attachment, just give us email. So text-based just works. And user awareness training, very important. Again, I'll touch on that shortly. So as I said, layers of defense. Secure email gateways. All of us use like Microsoft Office. Maybe we use some third-party email gateway, Proofpoint, Trend Micro, any tool you want to use. It is a very good tool because if you look at it, you can actually block the low-hanging fruit. So you can find what is spam, what is phishing. You can find out that if it is like you've got ITP license, you can see that yes, this person looks like a seems like this is Saleshni Sharma, but if I look at the email address, definitely it's not Saleshni Sharma. So we can add this person is like, could be targeted user and block any emails coming to them and whitelist only their personal addresses. There's safe link feature as well. So some of these technology also allows you to change the URL, which is within the emails, to a safe link, which says that whatever attachment is, whatever link is there actually is malicious. Next is antivirus, anti-malware. Everyone knows how important it is. I think it's getting more popular with EDR, XDR, and all the funny technology names coming, and behavioral antivirus solution. So whatever it is, yes, you need it. Yes, keep it updated. We all know web URL filtering could be done there. DLP using antivirus is possible. So it's not only antivirus, maximize the use of your tools. Sandboxing is a very good idea as well. So all you have to do is, if you've got a cloud-based email, all you need to do is just put it in a layered approach, and it just sends an email to this sandbox technology. There will be multiple machines just running it. If that email is making an external connection, all you get is an alert saying that it's possibly malicious. Some of this technology takes time to run, maybe a few seconds, 3 seconds or 5 seconds. You may get an email within your inbox and then it disappears. You will know that, okay, it's malicious. So those are the kind of behaviors. If you understand, it's actually really good to have as well. Again, patching, we all know how important that is, and user awareness training, so phishing simulation. Now, this is something I would probably elaborate on. User awareness training needs to be interesting. I think I'm one of those people who complain about this compliance and privacy trainings, and I am in risk team. So I report to Chief Risk Officer and I complain about trainings because trainings are so boring. All you want to do is next, 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 answer the question. Now try again, wrong answer, just try the other option, one will work. But we want these trainings to be more interesting. So the kind of trainings I run, actually, we are a startup. We don't have money. We don't generate profit right now. We have just launched one product. So that is where, and this is at 86400 what we are doing. So what we're doing is there is a free fish insight, train fish insight or something like that, a training. You don't have to pay for it, which is great. And you can customize the training you send to people. We had about 100 people. I know everyone. I know what the company does. We offer free food. We give free coffees at times. We've got some benefits. So I know who will fall for which trick. Then I group them so that your neighbor does not get the same fishing simulation exercise. It's a bit of work, but I need to do it once or twice. And then I just use the same group. So I will create different simulation exercises and I will send it to different people. And this includes, by the way, our board members. So our board members are part of our fishing simulation. For example, to CEO, I will send a VP of digital bank who wants to connect with you on LinkedIn. And some of them will come as if they are coming from 86400 accounts, which doesn't really exist. So this tool is emerging free, offers you training with it, and actually you can use it and customize it. We use that and our phishing awareness has really increased. And the other thing which has changed is that whenever someone does get phishing email, they all think it's me. So even a board member gets a phishing email, oh, it's Saleshni. So I get blamed for all phishing email sent by any attacker and any hacker. And I just go like, oh, by the way, this wasn't me, and they got to you. Or, oh yeah, this wasn't me, but you know what, good job. Then we go and find out, like, hang on, who all received it, add rules, and find out how the technical parameters got bypassed. So that's the other layer you need to do. And if someone clicks on my phishing simulation exercise, then I have coffee with them, have lunch with them, kind of figure out why they're not getting what I'm trying to educate them or train them. If they're not getting, something may be wrong with the way I am approaching it, because if I just see that it is their problem, it is not the right thing to do. We are security people, so what we think is these things are natural and easy. My attitude was, oh, that's obvious, look at it. But if somebody gives me marketing work and say, this is obvious, look at it, I'll just go like, yeah, I don't understand. So if you put yourself in the other people's shoes, obviously you'll understand that it might be a bit difficult at times. So as I mentioned, we have limited budget constraints. So those of you who are here and think that you don't have pool of money, yes, we all don't have pool of money. It's so hard to get budget for security when you know that this is only an expense for the organization. That is how organization sees it, because everyone thinks, who's going to target us, right? No one's going to target us. I mean, like, there's so many bigger companies to be targeted. But that's not the truth. People are looking for one weak person, and if they find that weak person, they will go for you. So we don't know who will be next, but one of us could be next. So as I mentioned, there are free tools. So maximize the use of security features. If you have got antivirus, go and find out everything your antivirus can do. Maximize the use of it. If you have got access to your email, find out, do you really need to go with maybe Office 365 E5? Maybe not, because you might pay extra $45 to go to E5, but you need extra $2 to actually get ATP and the feature you really need. So work out, make compromises. We always go for the best, we want the best, but sometimes you aim for high, you say, okay, we have a business proposal, I really want E5 and these are the features. But we understand where the company is, and you know what, I'm willing to make compromise as well. Why don't we just get these modules, just pick and choose, because this is where we stand to that. And again, use free tools, your phishing simulation exercise, training, they all are free. Find what is free and maximize the use of it. So tips and tricks for those who are interested. If an email looks suspicious, it might be. You're not expecting it, it looks suspicious, it is suspicious, it may be malicious. Approach the person, find out that if they have really sent it. If they have not sent it, it's possibly an email compromise. A little trick there, there's a site called emailwrap.io. So if you paste an email link, any email address at that site, if the email account was just created 2 days or 3 days ago and there is no account activity, there's no LinkedIn, no Facebook, no profile link to it, it will flag it as suspicious or dangerous. So it's going to help you out, saying that it may be potentially malicious. And if you have got an attachment or you have got a URL within the email, you can use VirusTotal site to actually put it in there to see if the attachment is malicious. But again, if you get a report saying that the site is trusted, the attachment is not malicious, but you think something is fishy, it must be. So there's something called zero day, right? So if the users are phished and you're running a phishing exercise, talk to a user, see what you can change. One approach will not fit to all, so you have to change your styles. Change whatever styles you need to, and fix the problem when you need, because it's administrative controls as well as technical controls. If some email has bypassed your security controls, something is not working. Revisit